Or you want to sit?
You sit right here.
Okay, so I haven't done any of these yet. This is my first one.
Oh my gosh, yay!
This is the first one I'm recording. I did an interview with Evgenia Karopoulos. I'm pretty sure that's how you say her name.
Okay.
But she's super awesome. I did an interview. She interviewed me. But I wanted to do an interview on you, so I wanted to give her a shout out. So I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to ask you a couple of just quick questions on how you got started in photography and some of your favorite things that you do currently.
Yeah, so how I got started in photography, it was kind of like all of the sudden. I was originally a model 4 years ago, and then after I decided I didn't really like modeling that much anymore, I was like, would I be behind the lens?
Yeah. Sweet.
So I started testing it. I was like, oh, I actually kind of like this a whole lot more, and just having the kind of control and creative willpower to just kind of do whatever I want and see what works for me.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. Do you have a favorite shoot that you've done?
That's hard. I have a lot of favorites. Anytime, honestly, that I can do intimate work is my favorite. That's kind of just been my thing that everyone knows me for now.
I love it. It's so great.
Oh, thank you. I just really love how vulnerable people are with me, and just being able to express themselves the way that they do. And just what I want with my photography is just to capture just the essence of the human form and what people are naturally and what they're comfortable with the most.
Yeah.
And just empowering that energy that's in them when I shoot them.
Same.
Yeah.
I try to do the same thing too.
Yeah.
It's super inspiring because you just get people to open up to you in ways that I don't know if I've seen other people do. So I just think that's really special, and I feel a great deal of comfort posing for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
I think it's really great that you're just letting people be themselves, and I think that's really special, and I try to emulate that in my photography.
Yeah, to me that's the most important thing, especially in these days and age where it's everything that's going on in the photography industry with predators. This is the time to be the most vigilant about it, and just stay active and making sure that people have a safe space and healthy environment when they start creating.
Definitely, that's super important in a shoot on both sides of the lens. And
Exactly.
We both totally know how that goes.
Yeah, I know how that goes.
That's so great. I love that you allow people that space.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I've had some people try and ask me, how do you get people to open up to you? And just honestly, I just treat people like they're my best friend. Yeah, they're a stranger, but when you have the right attitude going in and it's positive, you pretty much easily get the same energy back, and then it just goes from there, which is really nice.
Definitely. That's so true. I mean, I know you I guess you manifest that in your life. Since you bring that energy to a shoot, that's the energy that comes back to you, and I think that's really a great thing.
So it's a really nice full circle thing, and it's been the thing to help me never have my whole I think 2.5 years of shooting. I've never had a bad experience.
That's really wonderful.
And I'm really, really thankful for that, because I know that there's some crazy people out there. But I really looked out and have loved everybody that I shot with, and they've all had their own unique stories to bring to the table, and it's been absolutely incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, that's so wonderful. I'm so glad. I've also not really had any super terrible experiences, so I'm really thankful for that too.
Yeah.
I know not everybody is as lucky as we are.
Yeah.
But how would you say photography fits into your life in terms of things that you'd like to do in the future? Do you see yourself blooming, or do you think it's something that you would replace with something else ever?
No, I think I'll always be a photographer no matter what. I did do a lot of writing in the past growing up. I wrote poetry constantly, short stories, sometimes scripts, but they'd always be cut in half or whatever. And even though I love that, photography is something that just really stuck with me emotionally, and being able to just have like the outlet that I do with it, and being able to create those visuals that sometimes are like haunting my mind, and finally being able to like express that is really nice. So, and I just, not only just like creating pictures, but I just love the opportunities that photography has, like in the way that like you meet people, all the different people that you meet. It opens you up to like,
it really does,
so many different cultures, so many different storylines, and while you're creating, just absorbing all that knowledge at the same time is just so incredible. I love
really
it.
Is.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. What is maybe one of your favorite things that you've learned so far, like since you started photography?
So I originally started shooting digital, but then I started seeing one of my friends shooting film, and I was like, wow, I really want to do this. Wait, hold on a second. I have to... I forgot the question that fast as I was talking.
What's one of your favorite things that you've learned?
Favorite things I've learned? Okay. I've learned how much that I love shooting analog, and the reason that I love shooting analog after making the transition from digital to analog, I love the way that it challenges you more. Like with digital photography, for me personally, I would just shoot a bunch of stuff and it'd all be the same thing. Just like not thinking about it, just like constantly shooting. But shooting analog, you have to think for every shot. You have to like, it forces you to like be more creative, put yourself out there. And I'm not saying that like if you shoot digital, you're not creative. But it's just, for me personally, it challenges me more because you have a certain limit. And I really like that. And I also love how it's just kind of like a little Christmas surprise every time you develop the film.
I do too.
And so it's like, oh my God, look how pretty it is. And then sometimes like the mistakes that come with it along the way, even though like you're just like, oh, like you look at it in the light and you're just like, oh crap. But then you develop it. Well, then you start scanning the film and you're just like, oh, it actually turned out pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I like all those like fun, happy mistakes and surprises that you have in between that you don't get with digital.
Definitely.
So that's a lot of fun. Yeah.
I love film so much. So great. Do you have a favorite film that you've used?
I really love lomography color film, the 400 and 800 speed, because like you get like these really nice, rich, dreamy textures and tones when you develop the film. And so I really like lomography, and for some instances, portrait 400. Yeah, if I'm doing like more of like the professional agency work and doing like clean headshots for people, that's typically like a nice sharp film. It's really crisp and doesn't have like too much like saturated color. Yeah.
Definitely true. I love all of those films.
Yeah, it was really fun trying out Lomography's new black and white film that they had shipped out to me. That was really cool.
Yeah, I love those photos that you got. Those are so wonderful.
Alex and Tim, they're amazing. They're like one of my favorite couples to shoot in Charlotte. Their energy is so hilarious. Like Tim's the kind of serious one, but then Alex is like the really funny, goofy one, but their combined energy just makes them like so silly and fun together, and they're just like so precious to like watch behind the scenes. They're like back and forth.
That sounds like a really fun shoot.
Yeah, they are. They're really cool people. I love working with them every time.
That's one thing that I really love about photography is I like have just met so many wonderful people through being creative and shooting with a bunch of different people, and it's just been a really great experience so far.
It's so awesome, just all the stories that you get, and then the like when you grow up and you have to look back on that stuff. It's just so great to have those memories with you.
It really is. I'm so glad that I met you.
I'm so glad I met you. I know we've been like talking for years on social media, and not until like last year did we meet.
Yeah, for real.
I found you through at the time it was No Control. I found you through his Insta. I was like, oh my gosh, I have to work with this person. I love your ability, like the use of your body, how you're just like so perfectly in tune with it.
Thank you.
And just the way that you like express that in your work, like it comes through behind and in front of the camera. I can definitely feel those emotions for sure.
Thank you.
And I was just so like, as one. Yeah, it's so great.
Yeah, it totally. Oh, that's really great. I love hearing that. Thank you.
Yeah, no, it totally shows. You're doing a lot of good work, Bunny. Like,
Thank you.
I'm so serious.
I'm so excited.
Like, not just the work that you
do,
do, but the message that you have behind it as well. Because that's like the most important. Those are like the two most important things in the world.
I know. I totally
Yeah.
agree because I love how you are so vocal about like the rights of everyone, and just you genuinely care about everyone else and yourself. Like, I love that.
It just gets to a point where it's just like you're just tired of taking the shit, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta like stand up for yourself.
That's
and
true.
no one's gonna do it for you but you.
That's really true.
You have. It wasn't. I didn't start making all these like big changes in my life for the good until I started realizing that I wanted it. No one else could. Like, no matter what's this phrase, like you can lead a horse to water, like can't make him drink or whatever.
Yeah.
I had to make the choice to drink the water.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really true. Like,
Yeah.
you have to put yourself first. And that's important. And you can't, it's like in the plane, you can't help anyone else until you have air so you can help them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, yeah, that's like one of the biggest things I've learned. Like growing up, I used to think, oh, I'm depressed and this person's depressed. We can totally help each other. But no, you just really subconsciously tear each other apart.
Oh.
You need to be like in a better state to be able to help people.
That
That's what I
totally
had
makes
to
sense.
learn. Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah. Any other questions?
I think that's it.
All right. Yay.
Yay. Thank you.
Yeah, this was fun.
It's so great to talk
I can't
to
wait to
you.
hear this.
I know, me too.
Yeah. I felt like we got some good stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
I think so. I'm excited to share it with the world.
Yay. Are
Okay.
you going to put it on your website?
Yes.
Awesome.